Hello everyone, this is Paul from Ortho Eval Pal, and today what I want to do is talk about proprioception, the importance of how to progress proprioceptive and balance activities safely. Okay, so first things first, we always start with a solid surface. Okay, so we go from solid and stable surface to an unstable surface. We go with two extremities or both arms, both legs to one, and then we start to make those surfaces a little less stable. Sometimes we'll close the eyes to even make it more challenging. Okay, so the first thing I want to do with Alex here is just have him stand on a nice solid surface, the floor, okay, and then progress from there, from going from a wide base of support to a narrow base of support. Okay, from there I can challenge him by closing his eyes, so we take the visual aspect out of this. Now he has to depend on his vestibular system and his joint proprioceptors, okay, in his legs. Now you can open the eyes. Now what I want you to do is stand tandem, so we make him a little less stable this way, and he tries to hold his balance. Then we're going to challenge him, and it's important to stay next to your patients because some people will really lose their balance and trip, fall, or whatever, so you want to be careful. So now I'm going to stay close. I'm going to ask him to close his eyes while he stays in that tandem position, and he's going to try to work on maintaining his balance. If he was doing this at home, I'd probably have him hold on to a countertop or a table or something like that. All right, next, we're going to have him go to one-legged standing on a solid surface, okay? And he's now going to try to close his eyes. So you see how we went from wide base of support to narrow, and then with the eyes open to eyes closed. Good. The next thing I like to do for people who have some real difficulty with balance but need some biofeedback, a little bit of feedback, I like to do the Wii Balance Pad. So Alex, I'm going to have you stand on that. And as you can see, when we're using it turned around looking at the TV screen, it gives us a lot of feedback on his leg position. So it can really help with that, especially with increasing weight bearing on one side over the other. People really like this because it's challenging, it's fun to do, but it's not super unstable, okay? From there, we're going to move on to something like an Eric's pad here or a foam pad that is a little less stable than the floor. We start with both legs. Then we might progress to holding on, okay, and then standing with one leg. Okay, then we would work on letting go and trying to maintain that balance. We may then challenge him by throwing things at him, you know, having him catch a ball, or he can take something like this and go around his back. Then we could challenge him even more by having him close his eyes while doing that. Now we're really testing him. Okay, so the key here is to make sure that he is still safe while doing the higher level balance activities. Then we may go on to something like a teeter board that is stable front to back, but a little unstable side to side, so we're just working more in one plane now. So I'm going to have you stand up, and I may have him use the poles to hold on to. And he's going to work on trying to keep this in a nice neutral position. I may have him do the ball around his back or dribble a basketball if he likes to play basketball. I may toss him a ball. He may use a plyo back rebounder to work on his balance in this position. Then we get a little more complicated, so we may jump on to something like these discs. Go ahead and step on, which are air-filled and really unstable. Okay, so the idea here is to also keep the core tight. Maybe sometimes pick a spot where he might be, focused a little more to help keep that balance up. And then from here, we might jump on to using these and going to one leg at a time. Then when he gets really good, we start to just use one hand to hold on to, one pole, and then he tries to discharge that pole. Good. So you can see how much harder he's working to keep his balance up. So it's very important that when you do these proprioceptive or balance activities, you go from a stable surface to unstable surface, go from two legs to one, eyes open to eyes closed, and you can challenge them by doing perturbations. Okay, so let's say that he's standing over here on this pad, and I may have him stand on one leg, okay, and then I'm going to challenge him a little bit by giving him stimulus or a little tap from one side to the other and make it random, so that he has to work harder on his proprioception and he has to co-contract a little bit harder. So there's many different ways to help improve balance. I hope that you gain some ideas from this, but I think more importantly, I hope you understand the importance of safety while doing balance activities. So if you have any questions, would like to make any comments, please leave that just below the video. Make sure you like our videos and subscribe to our channel if you are enjoying our content. And if you have any questions, send them to me at paul@orthoevalpal.com. I'd be more than happy to get back to you as soon as I can. And check out our website at orthoevalpal.com. Thanks.